Have you ever tried selling an unusual, and out of the blue, someone adds you to offer full pure or supreme item overpay, but then the next time you message them, they've already bought something else? I couldn't tell you how many times this has happened to me where I've spent between 10 minutes to even an hour negotiating a price, and the other person stops responding and suddenly displays zero interest in what I have, or they've bought something else instead. It's even more annoying when I accept their friend request and they just say, "Sorry, I already bought somebody else's," and I've lost a sale that could have netted several keys profit. Imagine how frustrating it feels when every week some person who would have bought what you had for full price ends up choosing someone else's item once you respond. All those missed opportunities would have added up to a huge amount of profit in the long run, especially when we factor in the compounding effect of trading. But not too long ago, I started reading the book called Unscripted by MJ DeMarco, which is a financial self improvement book, and I've connected the dots on how businesses marginally improve their sales and how this could apply to TF2 trading. Despite me living in Sydney, Australia, where I get countless trade offers, messages, and friend requests while I'm sleeping, I seem to have reduced the amount of missed sale opportunities I encounter by using sucks. And it's a very simple concept. Although it's not a massive night and day difference, I can safely say my sales have increased by at least 10 to 20%, which is actually amazing considering how little effort I'm putting in more for much better results. Just check out this Shrieking Shades Yuli Hog I sold for 33 keys pure easily by using very simple tactics to give me the advantage when selling. Imagine if today you could start increasing your sales by 20% just by changing a few things about your selling strategy. And in saying that, if you're interested in me personally guiding you on how to make profit, such as buying quick sales and selling them optimally alongside a whole heap of other benefits such as gold templates, access to trading bots, easy to install scripts, buyer protection on recommended deals, and a like-minded community, check out the top link of the description now. Now let's talk about the 5 most critical things to do which can increase your sales. Number 1, sucks, which stands for sudden unexpected customer service. In the book Unscripted, the author describes how he went onto this company's website needing help and he instantly felt stressed and impatient because we all know, whether you have tried calling for customer service or not, the person on the phone will almost always either A. Leave an annoying automated voicemail, B. Put you on hold for a while until someone else more competent can help, in which they're useless anyway, or C. You call 4 times and no one picks up at all. However, this time was different. Within 1 minute, a real human picked up the phone and solved his problem. This completely shocked even the entrepreneurial author, and it really shows how great customer service can boost reputation, loyalty, positive word of mouth, and repeat business. When applied to TF2, it's easy to disregard someone's friend request or being very blunt and honest towards another user that's wasting your time. But even just being friendly, fast, and trustworthy can give you a great reputation. As soon as you see someone sending a trade offer or friend request, immediately respond to them with something friendly. For example, I always exactly say, "Hi, how can I help?" as this starts off with a warm welcome to the conversation and may prompt them to be more lenient. And when you're done talking to them, whether you've done a trade or not, it never hurts to say something positive along the lines of, "Thanks for the trade, have a nice day, smiley face," or "No worries, thanks for your time, have a nice day," which gives you a slight advantage over time when you talk to dozens of people in your trading journey. Number 2, limit competition. It's no secret that if there are more sellers of an item you're trying to sell, it's more difficult to sell. It's pretty obvious, but I still see people asking me if certain deals are worth it when there are 3 sellers and the absolute maximum profit margin is 15%. So I recommend that when you're buying deals, limit the amount of sellers you're competing against to 1 human seller, or if you're using a trade bot, feel free to tackle up to 2 human sellers at a time as a general rule. An empty market is perfect, but 1 or 2 sellers is completely fine to compete with if every other criteria indicates it's fine to do so. If you already own an item you're trying to sell, but there's already too many sellers for you to have a shot at selling it, a neat trick is number 3, market arbitrage. The straight up financial definition of arbitrage is the simultaneous purchase and sale of the same asset in different markets in order to profit from a difference in its price. This perfectly fits into TF2 trading when there are too many sellers for you to compete with, whether you own an item already or have planned to flip it. For example, if you bought an unusual, but it already has 2 sellers on backpack.tf classifieds, You have the option of selling it on the Steam Community Market, Marketplace.tf, Manco.store, or Scrap.tf auctions, which could even potentially allow you to sell it for more than the other sellers, since casual players who aren't traders that want your item for their loadout may not even check Backpack.tf classifieds at all. And of course, you're more likely to get the sale first out of multiple sellers without even technically playing the same game, or in this case, being on the same market. An example of mine was when I had a Pumpkin Moon hat out of hell, which has 9 other sellers on Marketplace.tf for $345. So what I did was I listed it on my bot for 200 keys, and it sold very quickly. I got the fastest sale, and I got more profit by using market arbitrage. Number 4, pure is king. Perhaps the most wise statement in TF2 trading which holds up today as it did 14 years ago. You're usually better off with taking pure now when you can, even if it means not maximizing the potential for a complete full pure offer or even superior item offers. Let's say you have a 30 key hat with an expected profit margin of 30%. That means an expected 9 key profit. But someone offers you 33 keys, which is 10% profit. Should you take it? You can make 10% profit now or 30% profit potentially later. But I strongly believe that you should take 10% profit, because once that 33 keys pure hits your inventory, you can immediately begin searching for another hat to profit off, which could be even 30% off or more whilst you already secured your 10% profit. Even if finding a new hat takes a few days, you're still better off exchanging a little bit of time to secure profit than potentially waiting an unknown time to receive better, or the most likely scenario, less. My brutal lesson from this was when someone traded me an Australian flamethrower for a mediocre unusual hat I own, and instead of selling the Aussie flamethrower immediately for 3.5 keys pure back in the day, which I must add I've never made that much profit before up to that point, I traded it for a cancerous green confetti brown bomber and I lost profit whilst wasting weeks. Number 5, value skew. Even though you may be selling the exact same item as someone else for the same price, what are some other things you could do to give yourself a slight advantage when it comes to selling? I often see a great example being painted unusuals. If your potential buyer was forced to choose between your painted unusual hat and a non-painted unusual hat, they're a little more likely to choose the painted one, as there's no downside, and they could remove it if they didn't like it anyway. Even if your hat isn't already painted, even a decently good looking cheap paint such as Noble Hatter's Violet is only 7.88 ref at the moment, which can be worth adding to give yourself a value skew of selling an unusual hat. I also believe that your listing description is highly important in what offers you'll receive. People who say that they only want full pure or have a long list of blabber such as no miss, no third gens, no do, 30% overpay are far less likely to receive what I mentioned earlier. The pure is king offer, as it tends to scare people away since you seem so stubborn. The good old, open to any offers, negotiable, flexible, offer me anything listing descriptions are perfect, as you'll receive more offers. Even if you get lowballed, at least you can get a sense of the demand for your hat, and also you get a C/O. Closest offer to show others what they shouldn't offer. And that's all I have to say for decreasing the amount of sales you lose in TF2 trading. Remember to check out the school group and the Discord server in the top of the description. Thanks for watching this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment on this video about your experience with lost sales, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!